Time for the sponsor's opening commercial message.
Looking for training in a new career? Or just need help getting started on a new path? Are you looking for new employees, training for your current employees, or starting your own apprenticeship program? If any of these appeal to you, the Southwest Corner Workforce Development Board can help. With 4 Pennsylvania Career Link centers in Beaver, Greene, and Washington counties, we can help you meet your career goals or to find the right employees for your business. Contact our offices at 724-229-5083 or visit us at www.southwestcornerwdb.com.
All right, you're asking for it, so here it is.
Epicast.
Listen to this.
I want you fucks laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. You sweating, getting wet.
All right, welcome to the 231st episode of the Drinking Partners podcast. Yes, this is our Greg Maddux episode, the great Hall of Fame, well, soon to be Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame pitcher, but his staple was his technical ability. He wasn't like the hardest throwing pitcher. He didn't have the greatest stuff, but he hit those spots, hit those corners, and I think technical soundness is going to be a theme in this episode, I believe. At least I tried to tie that in, maybe not. But I think that profession, our guest today, her profession definitely involves some technical, you know what I'm saying, shit that we don't know nothing about.
I don't know goddamn things.
I don't know. All I do is enjoy what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what I did when I watched Greg Maddux. I'm half of the hosting tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? We are the Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. 231 episodes, man. We've been asking y'all, and we will continue to ask you, man. Please hop on iTunes, hop on Facebook, rate and review. That's how we know we're doing well. That's how we continue to do well. And that's how we let others know that we're doing well. So please hop on iTunes, rate and review.
Listen, you love us. You see us in public. You tell us that you love us. Not the click of a button. Please tell the internet. Please tell the world. And as always, 231 times. Well, we said it 230 times. This will be the 231st time. We're going to say it 231 more times.
Yeah.
In lieu of rates and reviews, we do accept shots of Hennessy, okay? So if you see us out and you got a shot, pour it up. You know what I mean? Appreciate Car Guy DJ, a.k.a. James Logbo, and the Conways for starting the trend. Everybody for keeping the trend going. All the Hennessy I've received, much appreciated.
Yeah, and shout out to North Country, the residency, closing out the year. They came through with the Sour Series last night. And some of this Grisette, too, the collaboration beer, the Fresh Fest collaboration beer with our sister friends.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. They'll be there, they're closing out the year. So the next time you can see them is at Compton Theater.
Well, no, we're at Arcade November 16th down at Arcade Comedy Theater and then November 30th at Arcade Comedy Theater. At Compton Theater. And we got North Country sponsoring. They're doing their residency. As always, BYOB and Ampersand, in addition to free craft beer samples. All right. And these are not like little samples. They're pouring glasses of beer for you for free.
Quote unquote samples.
Or handing out cans.
Yeah. Listen, there's enough beer for everybody. Let's just say that, feds and shit. But come through on the 16th and the 30th of November, ComptonTheater.ticketleap.com and ArcadeComedyTheater.com.
Yeah, and so that, I think North Country is a great segue into our guests, because North Country, they have this theme of female empowerment, you know what I'm saying? Like the women is like running things over there, and we have 2 powerful women on our couch today, influencing the culture of Pittsburgh. We got DJ Femi and her manager, Chris Sarah, in the building. Say what up to the people.
Yeah.
Y'all got they got an energy.
Yeah.
They got synergy.
Definitely got some energy.
Chris Sarah act like she didn't even want to come on. You know, but they got a
like, yo, what's good?
They have a curated
introduction. Anybody that come in all black, you got to watch out for.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
All black with the leather.
Chris Sarah's the one with the all black one.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
What's
tell
good?
us who you are.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's poppin'? I'm DJ Femi. Yeah.
So every time you said is that because I actually had those horns in my head when you said
pretty
it.
much.
Like
pretty
it's
much.
just a magic that she has. That's
Yep.
her superpower. Like
In the background.
love it.
Yeah, man. And this is my manager, Chris Sarah.
Yeah. Like I usually don't like doing this stuff, but I was like, okay,
You were
guess I'll
forced.
do it today. Yeah.
Why not? Why you don't like doing it?
I like to be like not seen at all. Femi hates it. She'll
Thus,
be like,
hence the all black.
Yeah. There's a theme here.
Femi be like, hey, Chris, Sarah, you want to take this picture of me? I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take the
I'll
picture.
take it. She's
take
behind
the-
the scenes.
Yeah. I don't like to be seen too much.
Well, we're
Like,
gonna force
chill.
her to be in front.
Yeah.
Nice,
Today.
nice. How does that relationship work out?
I love it. It's
Yeah.
great, yo. Like, cause she's my friend.
Yeah.
Like one of my best friends at that.
Facts.
Before she became my manager, and we decided for her to become my manager because we were really good friends and felt
Yeah.
like,
It just works.
yeah, like it's-
Chemistry just works. Like it's
She's
like
really good at fucking what she does
Okay,
already.
girl, I'm glad you
Oh,
put that
she's really
second
good at
part on
fucking.
that. I'm like, wait a minute. We just met.
She's really good at fucking
3 o'clock in the
doing what she
afternoon,
does. No, she's really good at her job.
Yeah.
So, are you her first artist that she manages?
yeah.
Okay, so you had already been DJing prior to it,
Yeah.
and then you okay.
So how long have you been DJing, and what got you into that? Because I love DJs, but I don't know how to fucking do that shit. It looks hard as hell. Like, I mean, at what point did you think like, yo, I could do this?
Well, I've been DJing since like 2007. And for a super duper 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 long time. And then, but I've been doing music my whole life. So that's always been, in the picture, music in general. And then I went to Kappa High School for the cello. And then, I had to take like production classes. So I started making beats, shout out to Mr. Opie. And then there I met a bunch of people who did the same thing. Mr. Opie was this teacher that I had.
Just the name. I'm sorry.
His name.
So many places.
Hey,
to
yo,
go
his
with that.
personality literally is, Mr. Opie is, his personality is his name. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, so shout out to
Very
Mr.
easy
Opie.
going, man.
But
I mean,
yeah, he was funny as hell. But there I met, all my current friends that I have now, like Slim. Shout out to Slim, the
Shout out to
motherfucking
Slim.
DJ. That's my fucking best friend.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
He is my best friend, yo. So we started making beats, and then hanging around them, they got me better at making beats, and then I just started learning more, and then really hanging out with Slim. He used to DJ too.
Okay.
And I don't know actually I definitely think he was making beats first, but I don't know if I don't know. I think that he was definitely making beats first for sure. So yeah, but he kind of became like the reason, like the inspiration behind me starting to DJ, just like watching him.
So like, how do you, what's the DJ starter kit? You know what I mean? Like when we talk to brewers, everybody started off home brewing and whatnot. But like when you say DJ, I've quote unquote DJ'd parties before, but I'm just playing music off of a device.
Aux chord, DJ
How
Aux.
do you how do you get started with when do you consider yourself like a full on DJ, and then how do you get started? Like what's the starter kit with that?
I think that I consider myself an actual DJ. Like once I was involved in this nonprofit organization called the Crunk Movement. And there they basically teach kids and help, build up their love for music. And they teach them how to rap, sing, dance, like anything that has to do with hip hop. And I started in that program, and so did Slim. And that's where me and him got really close. And then I met all my other, best friends in that program too. And we had shows all the time. We were just kind of used to performing. And so I would be standing next to Slim when he was DJing and like watching him. And I would be standing on stage, next to him, watching him. And I think I had already became comfortable as a DJ before I was actually like really a DJ. You know what I mean? But I think also I always had dope fucking playlists. Like I always had dope like sound or ear for like what's about to be next. Like me and Chrisera was just talking about this. She's good at that too. Like just listening to something for the first time and being able to say, all right, This is the single.
I
This
think
is
women are just really good at that.
Oh yeah,
I'm
for
surprised
sure.
there aren't more like women DJs because they all be putting me
That's
on the
true.
music. Like,
I
women
think-
always put me on the shit.
I think it's just hard to be a woman in the industry because you got to work, 100 times harder than the next person just to be successful.
It's hard to be a woman.
In
Period.
general, yeah.
I mean,
Facts.
like,
I would imagine. I have no experience, but I would imagine.
Well, I do, so.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like women in music are like underrated. Like especially DJs, like they don't feel like women, I guess, are at the same caliber as men. So like they definitely they push them aside. But like when you see dope women DJs like DJ Duffy and
Shout out to DJ Duffy.
she's
I love
hard as
her.
hell. And
She
then-
responded to me one time on Instagram. I was geeked.
But like you see women like that who actually doing things and like are able to do stuff. It brings light to the other women that can and do those kind of things.
I think another thing is that it can be seen as corny. Like if you don't do it right, it can be. I feel like I see a lot of women DJs, and I'm just like, it's just like it's an act. You know what I mean? Like they are perceived as corny. Probably because they have to work harder, so they try to like overdo shit. And if you don't have the it factor, then you just don't have it.
So what do you overdo? Like, so how do you as a DJ view yourself making an impression, right? Because when you say overdo it, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know that I've ever really looked for a DJ's mannerisms at all. Like, what are you putting on for me to vibe to? Like, that's all I'm concerned with.
Yeah.
So if you create a good vibe, you've made your impression on me. Like, what do you see DJs doing that's like, oh, you overdoing it over there?
That's good that you feel that way because that is definitely part of it. But I think that what sets me apart from DJs who do that is I'm able to, like, I can create a vibe, but also I'm a performer as well. Okay. So I am not trying to force an act, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It just is natural. Whereas some people might be trying to force the act and doing stuff that might be out of their natural character, so it could be corny. And I think that's what turns a lot of people away from like wanting to be a DJ if they're a girl
like a
or a
DJ
woman.
Kardashian,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yo, that's a dope name.
Your
I'm like,
lanes,
DJ Kardashian.
No, that's weak.
DJ in stilettos.
That's kind of trash.
That's
That is
weak.
kinda trash.
Yeah, stilettos.
swerving in everybody's lane, bro. Like, what is you doing? Who are you?
Kiki Kardashian, like, bye. No.
This is
That's a
all
dub.
fake everything, bro. Like,
You try and curate, like, I feel like with corny DJs, they try and curate something that's not there, and they just can't make it happen. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not there.
I
yeah.
could make the
Like, it's
crowd
the
do
motherfucker- well, it's 'cause
anything I want.
it's just it's the aux chord, you know what I mean? It's like, who can keep it afloat the longest.
Yeah, like hold on, wait, let me see that real quick.
Yeah, when you got to give up the aux cord forcibly, that's a nasty feeling in the car. Like,
I'm like, hold on, wait.
hold
I
that
was just about to play this one song.
and they don't even play it from
about
your
to bring
phone
you
either.
back.
When they unplug,
Facts.
they unplug your phone. Like, you don't even got this shit in your catalog.
Hold up, they don't even turn it down.
Like, what I'm about to put on, you don't even got.
They don't even turn it down. They fuck around and blow your speakers at the same time. Just pull the thing out.
Hey, yo, on everything, when somebody, they got their phone all the way up, and they think that's what it is. Like, no, you got to level
Turn my
it out.
shit
You gotta
down,
level it out.
bro.
Yeah, see, that's the technical side. We don't, I just want it to be loud.
Shout out to the audio gods. That's all my brothers. That's Chill, Jimmy Jules, and Slim the DJ. We originals. Then we got Benji in there too. My nigga Chummy. You know what I'm saying? We all audio gods. West. Yeah. I just had to.
So that
throw
was
in
what
there.
audio guys.
Yeah. So
Do the
yeah,
full
we
plug.
just like you guys, we just like a collective of we're all best friends and we know our shit. So on top of being a fucking DJ, a lot of people can play music and all that, but actually like pulling up to an event and looking professional and not having your cables fucking tangled, you know what I mean? And we like there's things that happen behind the scenes that you have to invest time in.
The work.
And learning. And we all have done that. And we're just all really fucking good with sound and engineering and all that.
So do you find that like the scene in general like benefits from, you know, a more collective vibe? Like, I mean, are you seeing that change here in the area, or is this just like a, you know, like a little pocket? Because I mean, oftentimes, you know, I mean, a lot of the complaints about the area are that, you know, there's a lot of infighting and people don't support folks until they, you know, blow up elsewhere and then come back. You know what I mean, like, so you see this collective, like, you know, this group. Do you see that, you know, in a broader sense? And if not, then how do we do that?
I think that we can help. Like, when people see us, whenever we go to events, especially when we fucking pull up, like, as a squad, and we all pull up and we're all helping each other. Like, I'll pull up, I'll have an event, and my friends who were there just from being around, they will be like, yo, Femi, what you need me to do? All right, take these cables, take them XLRs, plug it in over there, wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have that knowledge, so everybody kind of, like, is willing to help when they're around, you know what I mean? And I think when people see that, they just see how strong of a team that we are. Like, even behind the scenes, they see that there's a relationship outside of business too. And I think that that's really important. And I think that'll help, you know what I mean, hopefully show people what it's like to be professional, and help, you know, other people realize that this is how you should, or this is a good way to pull up to events. And you know, hopefully we can motivate people, I guess, to just be on their shit and understand that there's way more to this shit than they see. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just press and play and next. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot.
But you know what's crazy? Like, and I want to talk about that, like the prep that goes into an event, like how you have to view this, like how much do you affect, you know, the ambiance, obviously with the music, but like when you talk about people overdoing or trying to create something that isn't there, well, it may not be an event that you put together. You may just be booked. Like, how often do people allow you to give input on the events they book you for? Like, how selective are you with the type of events that, you know, people that you accept? Like, how does that work?
You might have to rephrase that. I feel like that was a lot of questions. All
right, so
you start over because I'm a little high.
Okay. One, are you high at most events? No, don't answer that. We don't want to mess up any bookings.
Okay, because I was definitely about to give you an answer.
But for the average consumer who thinks like you're just pressing play and next, kind of give them a view of what goes into the prep for an event. Like,
I think for a lot of DJs, what goes into the prep is, you know, you're preparing. Depending on the event, it could be a corporate event, you know, where you have to be, you know, playing more professional stuff or music that is all clean. That's definitely a prep when you got to go somewhere and just have straight clean music. Yeah. You know, stuff like that.
Rough.
That's hard. You know what I mean? That's fucking.
Do you put on like edited versions of Lil Wayne?
Fuck edited versions.
Because I just don't understand who that is for.
It's for nobody.
Is Biggie's Ready to Die?
Because I'm not playing that shit at a fucking corporate
censored
event.
version for.
Hell no.
Parents.
Like, who is Gimme the Loot censored version for?
Can I
Okay.
Can I say, as a parent, I do appreciate when a rapper will put out an edited version. Like that's why I fucks with Nipsey so much, because he put out an edited version of Victory Lap, so I can listen to Victory Lap in the car with my kids. They don't know the themes, they don't know what he's talking about, but they definitely know the curse words. How old are your kids? She'll be 6 on Tuesday, and my son's 3.
Okay, so they're younger. Well, then yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's what you got.
When I'm at events where there's, you know, little children like that, I will seriously I'll even try to watch what I play, as far as like, I'm not about to play a clean version of fucking Throw It Back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like don't BET movie the shit. Yeah, like when they try to play Menace to Society, say mother flipper.
Yeah, no.
like, come on, fam.
No.
Just don't play that movie.
So yeah, that's prep too though. Like, that's all stuff that has to be kept in mind. Like, when you're DJing, preparing for an event.
Can you play any room?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can play any room for anybody. I can play in a fucking room full of the most country people and they want to hear country music, I got you. I'll make y'all fucking get up and start line dancing and they will have a yee-haw and good fucking old time.
Yeah.
Did y'all just hear this nigga's laugh?
I don't even know how to respond to that. I kind of want to. If you got a country room and you need a DJ, please book Femi. I want to be there.
But also,
I definitely want to see
that
DJ
what
Femi
I am known for.
down at Buckhead's.
Yo,
Like, yo,
I performed at Buckhead. There are meese on the wall.
It's true.
Moose. I call them meese.
They're meese?
Yeah. I don't.
Moose? What is the plural for moose?
I think it's meese.
Look it up. Somebody Google it real quick.
Meese sounds
It's
right.
moose. It
that
doesn't
don't
have a
make.
plural.
I don't
Are you
agree
sure?
with that.
Look at
Well,
all
they-
those moose over there.
Nah, look at that
Meese
group of
sound.
meese.
No, that's not like
I think
sound
meese
like
It's
is
like
cool.
who and whom.
He's trying to say like goose.
No,
No,
Look at all
no.
them goose and geese.
Meese is plural
It's
for
like-
Look at
mice.
them mooses over there. Mouses.
Mouses.
It's
mice is the
Mice
plural
is
of
the
mouse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit.
I'm
what's
dumb too.
meese?
I said
Meese
it's
is like who and whom, all right?
Oh, you was
could
agreeing, Chrisera?
No, I said it's mouses.
Damn. So then nobody listened to what she said about meese. Here's the thing. Look at
Education
all those
level,
moose
Kira.
over there. That's how you say. And then there's a group of meese.
I feel like
I think
somebody
that's how
needs
it goes.
To, no.
No.
I think that's how it goes.
100% no.
You,
Look it
well,
up.
You ever been to
you thought it was
Alaska?
mouses.
Alaska, they got mooses.
Hey
They have
Siri,
meese.
Please. They don't have meese.
what
They have
is
a
the
ton
plural
meese.
of
And
moose?
Buckhead-
Just a sec.
And Buck has 2 meese on the wall.
What is the plural of moose?
We're going to get in 3 seconds.
Go ahead. Uh-oh. Lost the connection. Let me try that again.
Siri,
She don't
go
want to. She
ahead.
don't want to see.
Hey, Siri,
she's a feminist.
what
She don't
is
want
the
y'all to
plural
be
of
wrong.
moose?
So she's like, I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer.
Just a sec.
Come on.
According
Siri.
to
Yo, these new
Wiktionary.org,
headphones. Shout out
the
to
usual
Buzz.
plural of moose is moose. Compare the names of many
Told
animals,
you.
such as deer
We
and
don't
fish,
even know who
which are
that
also
is. She don't have
invariant.
no
You
degree.
don't even know who that is.
It's Siri.
What's her credentials? Like
Siri
she not
knows
credentialed.
everything.
I don't agree with that. She didn't even.
She's a Russian operative,
Sharpie.
last I heard.
Fine. Listeners, come on, man. Whoever else says meese, comment.
You the only one?
AKA
I probably
nobody.
made that up. I don't care.
It's cool.
It's okay.
There's
Meese is
probably
a
a
good
whole
word.
community out there with
There
you.
is a community of
There's
meese.
a Reddit. There's definitely a Reddit somewhere.
Why
for
isn't
the
meese a thing?
For the meese lovers.
Oh
Why
my
isn't
God.
meese
For the
a thing?
meese lover and you.
People over there trying to, get it in the
Start a
dictionary and
movement.
everything.
Yeah.
That's what we did. But that's what people
probably
devote
an
their
urban
time
dictionary
to.
petition.
That's
This
what people
is
do.
what niggas say when they
I don't want to put that
see
on my
a group full of.
I don't want to put that on a group of people. I'll take that on.
We ain't got the meese.
I'll take that on.
We ain't got the meese on our walls. That was Buckhead.
Yeah,
Shit,
Buckhead
that's
got the
on
meese
them.
on the wall.
You know
They
what I
on
mean?
everything whenever
But,
you said they got meese on the walls. Are you talking about mice? Oh,
I'm like, the
You
Mises up
y'all
there.
are stupid.
I saw
The
somebody-
Mises and Matthews.
I saw somebody taxidermy a mouse. And I was like, this is.
Oh, you
that's-
washed the motherfucker? Just
No,
skin it?
I just saw that they had the figurine. Or what is it after
Oh.
it's taxidermy? Is it a
It's a
statue?
stuff.
What
they got
is
some
it?
of those in
It's
the
preserved.
stores across the
It's
street.
a mummy.
Yeah, I don't want that.
A
Why
mummy.
would you? I'm not. Why would you stuff a mouse?
They got meese.
Why would you
they got
stuff
meese across the
anything?
street too.
That's cool.
Meese?
Yeah.
They
yeah,
got meese.
it's this black thing. It's like a.
What
They
is
got
it?
sage over there. They sell sage.
They said sage is what is it on the up and come now? Like people.
Oh
like,
my
starting to
God.
use it a bunch
Sage
again.
is
I bought
being
that.
gentrified like crazy.
Sage. is-
They got it at Urban Outfitters for $10.
Yo, man, I'm ashamed. I used to shop at Urban Outfitters.
I ain't gonna lie. This
It's
is
probably like $50 at Urban
They be
Outfitters.
bastardizing the culture sometimes. They be putting, they be putting anybody's face on their t-shirts. They don't even make fitted t-shirts. They
But
just be
They
t-shirts
still
with
be
the.
cool though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just not. Nah.
It'd be cool, but not
Have the
for
new records
$100
there.
and something dollars when you can just get it on the corner
I
down
got a
the
Basquiat
street
little book
for $5.
there.
I think some of the trinkets are
For
better than the
$2.
clothes. At least for men, the trinkets are better than the clothes. Like outside of t-shirts, ain't nothing I could get in Urban Outfit.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
they
I
done
can
went
make a hat,
way too
some
plaid,
socks.
way too patterned. They be having the weird socks that don't fit in shoes.
Hold
though.
on, what
They
if I
them
get like
real
an Urban
thick-ass
Outfitter
socks.
sponsorship one time? I love Urban Outfitters.
You could DJ in Urban. I could see them having a DJ in there like Sneaker Villa used to do.
I can't afford to like know what they have in stores. Like
I can't either.
I'm a thrift
Shit.
motherfucker.
Look, hey, Urban Outfitters.
Hey, no,
like
thrifting is
if
very
I
sad.
buy it
Free shit.
after everybody like has forgotten about it and then thrown it away, basically.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, that shit's still holding up.
That's
After like 10 years.
Hey, yo, I was
sold.
then they had like a wolf. Oh, what's it called?
what?
Woolsworth.
I'm about to say what?
Woolworth.
Yeah, a Woolsworth thing down there at the thrift store. It was for men's. I like didn't get it. Didn't fit me either. But like, swear,
I never thrifted.
You be seeing some shit in there. I mean, like,
That's one thing about
Not good
DJ
at that.
Femi is I'm a thrifter. Like a lot of people like what I be wearing, and I literally, a lot of my clothes is not even like new. It's just like thrifted.
Well, I think that's a style because Urban Outfitters ain't nothing but a thrift store.
Yeah,
Where the
facts.
shit came from a factory. Like, that's all that is.
Oh, and shout out to Zeds.
Yeah,
I love
facts.
their vintage stuff, yo. They always got the hardest stuff. To
They
me,
have some dope pieces in there.
swear.
I'm not a
Events.
fashionista like y'all.
Man,
No, they-
I'm
they
not.
be
That's
thrifting. Their
Casera,
stuff
but
is-
Zeds has like Pittsburgh, like classic Stillers, classic Pirates.
From here.
Where you from?
I'm from Cleveland.
Yo,
Oh yeah, facts. Yep.
Oh, you from Cleveland? I was about to be like, yo, I got some Chicago stuff from Zeds, but they be having stuff in there from everywhere.
shout out to Aliquippa Salvation Army.
Aliquippa. 724.
You gotta go to a better. You gotta go to a better Salvation Army.
There's
Go
the
to
red,
one-
white, and blue right down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Go to some.
I know.
If I was,
I've been down there too, man.
That's
There's
my
one
spot.
over in Irwin on Route 30 and shit. Yo,
Yeah.
listen, I done been around these motherfucking streets. Like,
Yeah.
I really be thrifted out here. Like
The Goodwill, all that.
the one over on 51 and shit. There's a few. But
Chug,
what
chug.
makes what makes a good manager? What is it that you need to know?
Well, this is you,
in order
Casera. I'm gonna
to-
put the mic down.
You know, like, what is it that you need to know in order to?
I don't know. I
to-
just
to
got
be in
here.
this game.
I just got here in February. I started being her manager in February. Like, I'm super new. I didn't go to school for any of this. I just guess I got
I definitely didn't go to podcast comedy school.
That's hard.
I don't know what I'm doing. Buzzy do.
Podcast
that's the
comedy.
most important piece. You're a consumer. You enjoy
Yeah.
the culture. You enjoy all that. So
Yeah, I think I'm lucky to have like an influence and like know a lot of people. I do business good. I know how to speak to people. I know how to make people feel good. And I'm just all right.
yo, y'all gotta
Pause. Like
you gotta
what?
pause that. We're pro making people feel good. We're pro that.
She said. That's what she said.
Pause. Like, but like I have the ability to make people feel comfortable and even just having a conversation with me. And this is like before I was her manager, and like I was over here helping her get gigs, not even knowing that that's exactly what a manager is doing. I remember when I was like, Femi, remember when I first started being your manager? I'm like, yo, bro, like before this year is over, you're going on tour.
Yes.
And then she went on the Wi-Fi tour with Linwood.
Yes.
And like these are relationships that we had like built over time. Like none of this like is just like overnight or like
Even outside of that, sorry to interrupt, but Casera also had her own like relationships. Like we knew a lot of the same people already, but she had her own personal relationship outside of me before, which also really helped. So whenever
lot.
she became, all right, let me use this resource that I got because now I'm a manager. Like that's fucking lit.
Hey,
That's
yo,
hard to
I'm
find
about to
people
tell you
like
about
that.
the first meeting I set up with Femi. Femi was like, bro, what?
Wait, which one you about to say?
The Pittsburgh Promise.
Oh yeah.
Dog,
yeah.
I set up a meeting with the Pittsburgh Promise.
And that was
like,
fucking lit, by the way.
Well, that's I mean,
Shout
that's
out to the
big
Promise.
Shit. That
Yeah.
ain't like no
Yeah.
small.
No, but like I never viewed it as a big thing. I was just like, oh yeah, we about to go
Yeah, they
have
just
lunch
put
with
motherfuckers in
my
college.
homegirl.
Ain't no
Right.
big deal.
Yeah, like they about to,
they just
but
put
have
me
the
through
career
college.
launch. I swear, but they have the career launch thing, and like one of the things that we were like over there, it was just like a meeting on like what they can do to help people, and like I know they have events, so I'm like trying to plug Femi in for like some of their events to be a DJ, and then like also like having them understand what it's like to be an entrepreneur and like doing those kind of things for people who might want to be an entrepreneur, like when they come out of college or some Promise alumni or whatever, like just giving them those ideas. I just got an email from the lady last week and she was like, yo, thank you so much. Like, cause all of the things that we put in there, like we helped her do and she did it and it made the things better. And like, but I never viewed that as anything big. And Femi was like, bro, we just had
is
a meeting
major.
with the Pittsburgh Promise.
I think it's important. I I think academia should focus more on entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Financial literacy
Absolutely.
and entrepreneurship. Like we've exhausted this whole, all right, you gotta go to college, you gotta get this degree and do whatever. Like
And it's
the world is
2019.
run by creatives to a certain extent. Like
100%. Well,
even if you look at the financiers, they're
I swear, like,
they create opportunity financially through some shit. Like they know how to finagle loopholes and all that shit. Like it's all about find your twist and exploit that. You know what I mean?
Hell
Like like I remember when I was in high school, they had us learning how to write checks, and I'm like, this is a waste of fucking time. Like
And
why
that's
am
crazy. I never learned how to write a check in school.
You don't need to write
No,
a
I
fucking
learned.
check anymore.
I never did.
I definitely
I still be
learned.
writing checks,
You don't have to.
but you definitely don't have
Once
to.
in a while.
You don't have to.
Like online bill pay, they'll write the check for you. All you have to do is type the information, and they will send that motherfucker off for you
Yeah, I swear.
to your landlord. All that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to write.
Well, I
checks.
learned
Yeah.
the Dewey Decimal System too, and
Ain't that a bitch?
microfiche.
Right.
Bruh.
Yo, we sat in the motherfucking library learning that Dewey Decimal bullshit. I'm like, I don't even like this fucking
I
library.
don't even know.
I don't even
Fuck
like-
Dewey.
Dewey Decimal.
Like,
Man, I was drawing on the tables. That's probably why it took forever to graduate college.
no. Shout out to Dewey. I don't want any of my librarian friends to get mad at me. I
Oh, you
feel
got
like
librarian friends?
Like,
I met a new
librarian.
librarian. I met a young librarian.
You know, them
They still
librarians
make
get
libraries?
checks.
That's what I was
Like-
tripping.
They still got libraries.
People go to school to be
New
a librarian.
librarian.
Like librarians get checks for real. Them mugs be having
Hell
master's
yeah.
degrees
They
and all
fucking
types
sit
of
there
stuff.
with their
But this
face in
fucked
books
up
all
is they
goddamn
are
day.
Undercompensated for the education they have. Like they'll get a master's, but they don't get paid like they got.
I bet. They
Yeah,
probably
one of the
know
highest
everything.
paying-
They
one of the
probably read
highest
every
paying,
book in the
like
library.
positions in schools is like a librarian. One of my librarian told me that in high school. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "Who you think making like the most bread out here?" And I'm like, "Well, of course the principal." He's like, "Yeah," but under that, you got. I think he said it was him type librarian, but he also had a lot of years in there too.
He's probably about to
It was
go
more
listen
than
to
just.
this. Like,
It was more than just his position.
Yeah, Shane, that was something.
It was more than just. It was more than just his position. This nigga had he had some dirt. He had some dirt on the superintendent. He knew some things.
A lot of people know things.
this sour series is so
That's
sour.
sour. Nah, it's good though. I like it. But going back to your question, a good manager is like your network and like your professionalism, and you also have to know how to finesse. But like you can't be 100% finesse.
Finesse,
But the
sir.
finessing is everything. Like you go to a job, you gotta know how to finesse your job.
Yeah, it's them versus you, right? It's a contract.
All right. But
know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
play
It's
it.
two individuals trying to get the most out of this interaction. You know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
so while it's all for the love and the arts and all this other shit, like this is legal. You know what I mean, like this is a step away from court. Like, you know what I mean, like this is the prenup.
So how has DJing changed for you now that it's your profession? You know what I mean? Like you say, you've been DJing since 2007, but like now you gotta seek gigs and unique type of gigs. You know, Pittsburgh Promise and all types of shit. Like how has that changed? Like how do you? Well, let me one question at a time.
Yeah,
how has
yeah,
DJing
yeah.
changed for you?
You be fully loaded with these questions.
That's my contribution. We interview.
My bad.
We interview.
Yeah.
You just pick one of them and run. Just,
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, that's what people normally do.
Facts.
I'm
What
trying to
was
give you
the
options.
last 4?
The last 4. No, just how is DJing
He
changed?
hands you a branch and you just pluck a
No,
leaf
facts,
off that.
yeah.
motherfucker, you know what
And throw the rest of it away.
I mean? Yeah, don't be another one.
Nah. Take my shit to the.
It's a
Put some
mighty
respect
tree.
on his question.
Yeah,
I got you, I got
I'm
you.
saying? Take
On
my
the
shit to the
question.
Salvation Army and let it be thrifted.
And I look
Let a
In the
motherfucker come through.
724.
Let a nigga come through and be like, yo, it's a good ass question.
Good branch over there. What the fuck you doing with that?
All right. So what was the question again?
Damn.
You don't even. He don't
I
even know
don't
the
even
question.
remember. Nah,
no
I
more.
just said, how has DJ changed now that you're a professional?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's definitely changed because, obviously, like with anything that you do for fun and then you start to get paid for it, it becomes a job. You know what I mean? So, I quit all my jobs last year. So I've been self-employed
All of
for all of them.
Damn.
Yeah. So I literally, all the income I get right now is straight from music and DJing. which is
put some
fucking
applause on
hard.
that.
Yeah. That's my applause. Facts though, like pew, 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 and that shit's fucking hard. But once you realize you gotta like take jobs just for the money, it kind of sucks. But you know, it is your job at the end of the day, and I'm still gonna have fun DJing because I could be sitting, you know, behind a computer desk all day, typing, doing something working in retail, which is what I was doing, and I was really fucking good in retail, but that still would suck. You know what I mean? If that was just what I was doing for me.
What's the weirdest gig you've done?
The weirdest gig,
Like the strangest, like atmosphere, whatever.
I had to think about that.
Or most unique. Let's not say weird because you might want to get a check from them again. So most unique.
Facts. I do a lot of gigs with CMU alumni, and they always have some dope ass unique gigs. It's not even weird, but like unique. Like they have gigs at the zoo, and they have gigs at the Andy Warhol. So I've DJed at the Andy Warhol a few times. I've DJed at the zoo a few times for them, and those are like events where like they just get their alumni to like come back or something like that. I don't really know.
Shout out to the Tartans.
Yeah, man. CMU, man. And they be having a fucking blast. I can go in there and play anything and they will turn up. Like
that corporate loose is different,
man.
Ain't it?
Oh, I know.
Yo,
they be having their head in the books, man, and they be coming in there getting lit. Like I love it.
Because this they night out. This that one.
But they always got some dope event where you can like walk around and see the museum and get lit, and you can walk around the zoo, see some animals and get lit, and that's fucking unique as hell. So I fuck with CMU alumni events that they book me for. They're probably like some of my favorites for real.
Weren't you down to like South by Southwest?
I was, yo. I was on South by Southwest.
What was that like?
That shit was crazy. That was like the beginning of me and Chris Sarah's relationship as a manager. And that shit was lit because we really got to learn a lot about each other, you know, at that point. But that could have been like a make or break between me and her relationship. And it just literally made so much more, you know, like it was great. It was such a good experience. I had fucking made some of the best connections ever. Fucking Chris Sarah was boom, boom, boom. What up? Oh, what? What's your Instagram? Okay, cool. Yo, what? You want to take a picture? All right, cool. Hold on, bro. I got this business card. Yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah, Chris Sarah was fucking bouncing around everywhere. Like, that was the fucking best experience. It was fun. I had a fucking blast. And it was just fucking lit. Like I got booked for 4 events. Yeah, before we even went down there. And we made a GoFundMe account and basically just promoted the shit out of it and did, you know, interviews and all that. And then raised almost $2,000 just from our friends in city of Pittsburgh, basically funded our trip to South by, and we were able to fly there and stay there, you know, comfortably. And
people were still sending us money.
People were still sending us money.
Like, yo, make sure you eat today.
Yeah, like, you know, like
water,
it was a crazy.
It was big love.
It was like that was a moment where I was like, all right, I might be hard. Like I might be hard.
Support.
Just when you see the support, like on some real shit, like in the most humble way. I was like, okay, you could really be doing something because you're like, all right, yeah, like fans are like there are people just watching. Like I've got so many just anonymous and people who you know sent it with their name, and I'm like, what? Who are you? And they were like, yo, I've been watching you for, you know, so long, and you're doing great, and just keep it up, and I want to support. What? And that shit was lit, like,
man.
And people are still doing stuff like that.
Swear. And when we did the thing with the Pittsburgh City paper,
oh yeah,
dog, they surprised me whenever they put the link there on the website and they put it in the paper and the rollout and everything.
Yeah,
I was like, word.
Yeah, they're big supporters too. Shout out City Paper.
Yeah, shout out City Paper.
Yeah.
And then what was the WYEP? Yeah, we did that too.
We did WYEP NPR network on WYEP.
And they showed a lot of love with that as well.
Yeah, they also like helped us raise money, and man, that was a time to see like who is here for you and who's not. And that trip just made me stronger. It made me and Sarah's relationship stronger because now she also knows. I think also back to your question, what makes a manager a good manager is besides having a good relationship with your artist, you know, like a friendship. But I could go somewhere, like you guys could have this whole thing, I feel like, this whole podcast with just Sarah, and I won't even have to talk on a mic, and she would answer the questions the same way. And that's fucking major. Nah, but she will though. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I trust Sarah to say exact. Like, she knows. She be in my mind, and that's crazy. And that just, and like, she knows like what I need to get ready, or she just knows like what my things are that help me be a good performer. And after that, you know, South by trip, she just came back home and did that shit tenfold. Like, she was like, all right, now I get it. And then, yeah, now she be doing it.
Yeah, once you see some measure of success, it does like motivate you, get you
for real.
On your grind.
How were the crowds down there? Like the venues? The
venues were cool, man. They were like, if you're from Pittsburgh, similar to like, you know, like Brillo Box and like Spirits and like some like smaller Lawrenceville places. But they were dope. The crowds that I had, they were all, you know, everybody down there just be coming from all over the world with the same exact fucking talent and the same dreams and shit. So you got to really like fight for some attention out there and to really like stand out. And I think that shit was the hardest part. But I think we did a really good job at standing out because people saw how well we worked together. It like portrayed on stage, you know what I mean?
And we had people down there doing the Pittsburgh.
Oh my God.
They were like, yo, how do you do that? They were like,
we had them down there doing the Pittsburgh dance.
Like, you know, the Pittsburgh, how Pittsburgh people dance with each other.
Oh, the bop.
Yeah.
You know, that bop is real. Back when I used to get twerk in my younger days, that bop was
Fuck it up, sis.
You be bopping behind a shorty and don't even be worried about the twerk.
Yep, you be, yeah,
she used to be on your belt buckle. Doing your own thing.
Yo, we had people like, yo, like, what's that from? He's like, oh, yeah, we from Pittsburgh. Like, and it was to a Linwood song, too.
Shut up.
Putting shit on the map. That's dope.
It was Come Through. So.
That's my shit.
That's an interesting question. So, like, being from Pittsburgh and being, you know, a female, like, how do you think people receive you? Are they surprised at your talent? Like, you got to put people onto the bop and whatnot. Like, so you bringing something fresh to the game. Like, do you try to exploit that a bit? You know what I mean?
I do. I mean, hell yeah, because I think Pittsburgh is in my blood. You know, I'm born and raised Pittsburgh. I spent a lot of my childhood in Cleveland, so you know, shout out to Cleveland. Hey, shout out to my family out there in Cleveland. They stay, you know, in Bedford, in the suburbs, you know. So I'm familiar with Cleveland too, but I'm born and raised Pittsburgh. You know, that's in my blood. I got this shit tatted on me, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely try to let it be known that I'm from Pittsburgh everywhere I go, especially when I'm not in Pittsburgh. I'm like way more Pittsburgh, you know what I mean? If y'all just peep that. I'm way more Pittsburgh when I'm outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, I definitely fly with my Pittsburgh.
Yeah, like I'm
Pittsburgh hat.
Hell yeah. And it's such an important part of my brand. Like Pittsburgh is a huge part of my brand and who I am. So I can't even fucking not go somewhere and not be Pittsburgh, for real. Yeah. It'd be coming out on accent. I'd be like, hey, what Yin's doing tonight? So they'd be like, "What? I do."
I'm not a Yinzer.
I'm not a Yinzer, but I have Yinzers in my family. So
that's a tough one to carry.
That's a tough
one
to over to the Yins side.
Hey, there's all different types of Yinzers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I swear.
I would love to hear this breakdown.
So this breakdown could potentially cause me to lose fans and maybe gain some.
I don't understand. Like, I'm a firm believer that if you're a Yinzer, you know you're a fucking Yinzer.
I know I'm a Yinzer at heart. Like,
yeah, so they know what they are.
I'm a y'all. What y'all doing?
I'm a y'all guy.
Of course I say what y'all doing when I'm talking to y'all, but when I'm around my yins, like
I got it.
Okay.
what yins doing tonight?
That's what
when
you
I'm
do
with
for a
y'all.
living. You rock the
Yes,
crowd.
it's like a code switch. There's a
That's not
Pittsburgh code switch.
switching. Her job is to appease the crowd
Thank you.
that she's
My
in.
job is to adapt.
Yeah,
That's what the code switch is. It's adapting to the
Yeah,
environment.
it is a code switch.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
That is exactly what
that's
code
exactly
switching
Sorry, I can't.
It's
It has a
added.
kind
We
of-
all do
Yeah,
it.
I
You know what
agree.
mean? Like,
of
I code switch when I was with my
compromise.
mom. Like
Of
I
course.
ain't speaking the same shit
Yeah.
with her. Like
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, hey, mom. It's stuff.
I feel like I
get the looks. Like I be forgetting. She's
I don't
like,
know,
hey, yeah,
man.
fuck. She's like,
I don't know if I code switch with my mom. I may change the nomenclature, but the subject matter is the same.
Vocab.
Nomenclature. Okay.
Vocab.
Oh, I'm not talking about
Vocab.
man.
For those of you who don't know, what does that mean?
This is the words we use.
I'm.
That's all it is.
It's kids, the job, and I ain't even. And like now
But
that
that's
like
your
now that
mom, though.
now that I'm in this, I don't even tell her a whole lot about the job. Like there's some of this I want to keep out.
I don't know, man.
I took her down.
You
I
code
took her
switch when it
to-
comes to professionalism.
I will say, yeah, I probably sell out a little bit. But code switching just has this stigma of selling out. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if it's
that's when you
necessarily that.
reference into like white and black.
But no, but I feel like
I try to code switch
so
as less as possible when I'm around white people.
I be
You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
like bring hip hop and whatever to my job as much as I can. Like I try to play songs. I be my swag is on my wall at work. Like
That's
and it's an
fucking lit.
acronym for
That's good,
and that's
'cause
our whole model of me and my employees.
That's
like,
a part of you.
yeah, so you got to find ways to introduce your authentic self.
Yes,
because that's
I
how you
agree.
make an impact, right? So y'all down running around at South by Southwest,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you're so Pittsburgh, that's your authentic self. It affects them. They ain't
Yeah,
used to that.
yeah.
They don't know those folks.
Yeah.
So you
But then
stand out.
You also like, so I think what best, like, and I love this because like, we don't be doing nothing but being ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just got this universal thing to being yourself that people eventually want to ask you where you from in the first place.
Right.
So it's never a thing, well, oh, I'm from Pittsburgh. Like that question usually gets brought up. Like even when you just talking to people that aren't even from the same side of town you're on. They're like, oh, where you from? Like,
Man,
oh,
facts.
I'm from Belle Suver.
I've been getting that shit my whole life. People, excuse me, I just had to burp. People
Well, why
literally
you
been
turn away if you gonna tell us you did it?
Yeah.
You might as well burp right into the mic.
You know, it got the
Let the
little
people-
foam
let
piece
the
on
people
there.
feel it.
I didn't want the smell to get caught in there.
Ooh, the next guest be like,
Ew.
I appreciate that sentiment.
They had the sour series.
Listen, the fact that you turned your head was excuse enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in saying excuse me. If you're drinking beer, what the fuck else you gonna do?
That's true.
I'd rather you put it out here than
All
to
right,
keep it
say
in and
less.
it come out the other
Say
end. You see
nothing,
what
bro.
I'm saying?
Next
You know what I
time,
mean?
next time I got less something out my body, I'm saying I let it out. Quick, I let it out straight.
Yo, I
I'm
do
saying
this-
quick
mouth.
mouth.
I
That's
do
1
this
plus
weird
1
equals
thing.
what? 2. 2 plus 2 equals what?
4.
What? That's quick mouth.
Quick
Man's
mouth.
not hot.
see, and this is, you know what fucks me up when this happens? Nigga, we've been sitting here 231 episodes. We have none of that synergy,
Not
fam.
at all.
We don't get
man.
along at all.
Not at all.
Ain't no finishing each other's sentences
mouth.
over here. Ain't no, we don't have any play on
Yes,
anything.
it's
Like,
like-
fuck this nigga, man.
no dance routines or
Shut up,
nothing.
top boy on
Oh,
Netflix.
yo, I was thinking of house party, yo.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we
Imagine-
ain't got no kick step or nothing.
Nothing,
Like, we
man.
It's cool.
just-
It'll come. It'll come.
I don't know. They 231.
Yeah,
If it ain't here by now.
our energy is controversy. Our energy is disagreement.
It's
But
231. That's some years,
cool.
right?
That's fucking cool too.
Yeah, it was 5 years. We did 5 years September.
Yes,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
love.
And we OGs got. I ain't have a gray hair before we started doing this
You
shit.
got gray hair now?
I got grays, man.
Hey, that's
Okay.
what's
I got
supposed to happen. That
Right.
means you
Wisdom.
working.
I don't know, man.
means you
One
working.
gray hair sucks. If you salt and pepper, I feel like the chicks like the salt and pepper.
You gotta
right?
start somewhere.
But the one gray, that shit nasty.
It's like,
Yeah.
ew,
'Cause
you're
it
It looks like
aging.
lint.
But it's still it's only one, so it might be shine or something.
That's
Like,
what I'm
nobody
saying.
really
That's
know.
but it's a gray hair. You always want it to be shine. Like when you look at your rear view, like, oh shit, hold on, a lint or something, but it just don't go away. It's just the one gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you be trying like, damn, rub it in. Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna rub that motherfucker in.
Nope. That motherfucker still be.
Yeah,
That motherfucker just be lingering. They get long as shit too.
Why is that so funny? I feel like I be seeing dudes do that all the time, and that's what they be doing.
Everything we try to do is look. Dudes
Your
be trying.
voice
You
is so deep. He's just over here like, ah.
but see,
I feel like
you got
on
that natural.
It's like the nightly show. Like whenever you like, you are now tuned in.
Yo, this nigga sound like Bane.
Yo, that's a new one. I like that.
You are now tuned in with Billy D in the late night.
But see, he got that right.
cool
They can
jazz.
just they just be making like noises.
Do
and
it.
shit
Just
for
say
no,
something.
When he
Say
hosts, he'll
something.
come out and be like he just come out and
Cool
just.
jazz with Bonnie James. That's how I feel like when I hear your voice. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Y'all can stop talking about my voice now. Like, it's
Oh, this nigga, what
It's
you
not-
like?
it's so
Nose
great.
turning red.
No, man, I was like, it's weird because I'm at these events now, and people just walk up like, say something, and I'm like,
Like what
what?
I just did.
Like, I don't know what I mean. And it's a very weird situation to be in because, like, I mean, what is your response to that? Like, I'm just run up on you and be like, say
Hello?
something.
people tell me that
Something.
they'll
Something.
listen to my voice. They're like, yo, I like your voice. I'm like, word, thanks.
It is a calming voice. I don't know
Yeah.
why it is.
Isn't it?
It is a calming voice.
Yeah, I like people talk about my voice all the time.
Do you give good advice? Because you sound like you do.
Yes. Yes.
You sound like you give excellent
Do you-
advice
do
in
you-
crisis situations.
Oh my God. I have so many crisis situations that don't even need to be on aired ever. But
I feel like
Sarah,
I talk somebody out of it.
yeah.
I feel like you may have written a letter to Mos Def at some point in in your career.
That's hard.
I'm terrible
Might one
in a
day.
crisis, like as far as like giving you advice, but as far as action, like I can get you out of some shit. I'm great when something's going down. I'm great in that regard, but
Problem
I can't tell
solving.
you what to do. But I'm gonna get us out of this shit.
Problem solving.
No one got
Yeah,
that.
don't ask me. Don't
Alicia
ask
Keys
me
reference.
how you should
That's all
react.
right.
to
Alicia
it.
Keys.
That's what I was.
That's what Chris Sarah looks like.
That's I said it looks like she wrote Mos Def a letter, and y'all completely missed that.
And I said, I might one day.
It's a little bit before y'all time. That's all right.
I like
I'm
that.
old
That's
head.
actually that.
Oh,
Yeah, just
head.
give me a
That's
call.
a
This
top
is the
two
girl.
Alicia
This-
Keys
oh,
song.
the coffee shop.
I really fucks with that song.
Yeah, no, that was.
That song is.
I used to
was-
go to diners just to find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
wasn't
was-
happening.
I had a
Hey, yo,
apron
there's
fetish.
a meme. There's a meme was like, hey, there's the girl at the coffee shop, and it was like, click. I was like, dang. that was
Real
really
shit
like
though.
that.
That's how it would really happen. Because you either about to call. Well, no, I gotta get some
You
information. I might have left my debit
you
card.
left your number on the note for me to call you.
Nah, I thought he
Yeah.
left his business card in the jar because he was trying to win something.
This is great.
I really don't know. Like,
Yeah, he
I
left his
wasn't-
business
Yeah,
card
it was
in the
like-
jar.
yeah,
Yeah, like,
win something?
win
It
a
was-
free breakfast or something. So he left his
Oh.
card in
She
there.
went the
Oh.
the
And
back
so
door
basically,
route.
what she did was
the whole
illegal.
time he was flirting.
Exactly.
But he
That's a
was
felony.
very
If it was the
stalkerish.
other way
That's a
around,
felony.
Exactly.
if Mos Def called Alicia Keys randomly, talking about,
Curtains.
yo, fam, this Mos
Yeah.
from the coffee shop. Nah,
I mean,
that's not
it would've
But
been
he
weird.
was flirting with her. Like, I knew what it was. Like,
Nah,
I'm trying to
man,
get
listen.
I'm trying to get extra
Don't-
cream in my coffee. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
Wow, they're really making the
don't you
scenario.
ever take a motherfucking woman's business card out and just call that motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that's
for a
stalkerish.
date. That is
Oh,
not-
say it
hell
again.
no.
So that's a
Hell
double
no.
standard.
Yeah,
But that's a double standard that's acceptable for women to do, I guess.
Yes.
It is 100%.
I am always welcoming you to
I
call
don't
me and tell me
believe
that you're
that-
attracted to me.
I don't
By
believe
all
that is
means.
acceptable. Now listen,
Remove
if-
that from my plate.
Okay.
Let me know that we are. Do you understand how often dudes are walking around trying to get women to be attracted to them? The subtle shit that you see with the beards, we're just trying to look attractive. We're trying to figure out how our face
I'll
is structured,
call
our
before
posture,
I
all
come.
of it. Well, you got the voice, nigga. Everybody ain't got the voice.
Nah, I ain't.
What you
do not
doing
call me.
Yeah, like
Out of the
niggas
blue.
can't just go up with that.
Don't just walk up to my door and knock on. Don't do any
You're
of that
disgusting.
shit.
You're so disgusting.
I need consent.
They told me to do it on the mic.
Nobody peeped that.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Oh, bad.
She's
It
disgusting.
don't bother us. We belch. 231 episodes, probably about 400 or 500 belches.
Oh, nice.
I know. I mean, it's like I said. If you were drinking beer, what else
Yeah.
is you doing, man? Like you ever?
We're drinking sour series.
That is a good sour series. Shout out to
out
North
to North
Country.
Country.
man.
North Country Brewing.
Out there. Closing out the year. That's gonna be kind of dope. What you got coming up?
Oh, I was just drinking some of that sour series.
Mm.
North Country Brewing.
Yo, his laugh.
I know, I love it. But no, man, I was actually about to be leaving this week to go on tour. But that, you know what I'm saying, shit happens in the industry and changes every day, B, and you just got to be ready and prepared for it. So I am now most likely going to be leaving for another tour, which I can't disclose with who and all that. Why if you would like to know more, you can follow me everywhere at DJ Femi 412, and again, that's DJ Femi 412. So yeah, thanks, Chrisera.
Femi.
Femi.
Get it right.
It's DJ Femi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I'll announce that, you know, eventually when it happens. But yeah, so I'll be leaving now around sometime sometime around the end of November ish. We'll see.
But what do you want? Like, you know what I mean, like what is like the future of DJing? You know what I mean, like how do you see your career unfolding? Which is it's a tough question because, like, you know, in entertainment,
we should have that as a segment.
Tell me what you want from
what
Femi.
you want, and it just come in with the Cisco. Nah, go ahead. We giving away money moves.
Oh yeah, right. You got to talk about that off mic. But yeah, I mean, what do I want? I think some of my goals as a DJ are definitely to be a part of more tours. That's my current goal, is just tour as much as I can, get the experience, you know, network, meet industry people, and get this shmoney. And that's the current goal. Future goal, I would love to, you know, start releasing my own music. You know, I sing and I songwrite too. So one day that'll be coming out maybe sooner than you think. And also that's a future goal. But, you know, I think I just want to kind of dabble in everything that I love to do, you know.
Ever try to throw one of your songs in just during
the
set?
Have.
All right, that's smart. I don't see why not.
I do.
I absolutely have.
Yeah, I do want Buzzy to isolate that laugh, and that, yeah, I mean, that's an ad lib.
She got the jaded over there.
The Femi.
So I have several questions, but I don't want to ask them.
Ask them.
Nah, I do want to know. We didn't ask Femi, the name. Where did it come from? Is that?
So when I was DJing, like in high school and in the beginning of college, my name used to be DJ Brooklyn, and that just came from people. I used, you know, going to Kappa, and that's downtown Pittsburgh, and I used to just walk around, I guess, looking different, and everybody used to think I was from New York. So people started calling me Brooklyn, and actually this dude that I was dating at the time started calling me Brooklyn, and then it kind of stuck for a while, and and then I went to college, you know, went through some shit, also became a women's studies minor, and that shit opened up my eyes to a lot of shit. And, you know, then I became like a hardcore feminist in college, and I was like fucking fighting on the fucking streets, like, you know, at like rallies and shit all the time. And that just became a part of like who I was, and I fucking loved it. And I was like going hard in college. So then also I kind of started to take DJing way more serious. And then I started to get paid for DJing, and I'm like, oh shit, like I can like do this and make money. So then I was like, all right, well, I think it's just time for a new beginning. So that nat keeps coming back. But yeah, it's time for something new, and I changed my name to DJ Femi, and that shit ain't left, and I don't think it ever will.
Yeah, man, it slaps.
Yeah, man, now I'm DJ Femi.
So how does a DJ?
That's the DJ laugh. If you don't know, like, y'all know DJ. It's not like the DJ.
Yeah,
like
shout out to my friend DJ.
Our friend DJ. That's one of his laughs. Like,
yeah,
he's like ha. Yeah.
So how does a DJ get better? Like, how do you hone your skills? Like, how do you progress in this industry?
Well, definitely practice. You know. A lot of people say perfect practice or practice makes perfect, but we say Perfect practice makes perfect. And it would be great if I could actually say it then, but perfect practice makes perfect. And it just comes with a lot of practice. And all of our friends are talented as fuck. And we hang out like every day, especially Slim the DJ and Benji and DJ are on tour right now with Earth Gang. Shout out to them. And they're all since the 80s and everybody rocking with them. But usually, we have like Music Mondays. Everybody come together and just hone in on their skills. Everybody does something in our friend group. So it's dope that I have that constant push around me to constantly want to be better.
What is a like a skill like y'all got like finger classes or whatever?
Well,
I was gonna ask, Twitch. Yeah,
I'm not
with the Twitch that you get like the DJs.
Yeah, like
the
levels.
I don't know what they be doing.
That's what this comes the part that I was talking about earlier. Like I went to school for music too, and I was a commercial music tech major at Cal U, and I learned all about the technical side, and all that, like, which we all have that in our backgrounds, the technical side of music, and all that just plays a part. Constantly putting yourself out and like getting gigs forces you to learn. So the more gigs you get, the better you get with setting your shit up with, even your DJing skill, which you were talking about, which I'm not big on like scratching. I'm still trying to learn myself. What I do is more, mixing, which I just think that I'm really good at that. Like that's what I do. But that just comes with practice and playing around with it and, having people around you who can make you better, who are good and better than you, who can constantly force you, oh shit, I learned something new. And that shit what makes me is what makes me a good DJ, I think.
So, I was just going off the scratch and mix. So are there like different schools of DJ? Like, because I don't know if I'm at a party and motherfuckers is scratching anymore. Like who? Like
no, there are, man.
Definitely still
There's
scratch.
yeah, that's
I'm
that's
saying
major.
at parties.
Here.
I'm saying I'm not at a party. I haven't gone to parties where motherfuckers is scratching. Right? So, but I know there are like competitions.
Yeah, I think that in the
well.
party scene, it's becoming lessened just because the art of scratching is becoming lessened. It's just becoming less appreciated, I think. And, I think any old head DJ or any DJ in general could say that is definitely a fact. Everybody want to be a DJ now. Everybody want to buy a little controller and get their little Serato and be a little DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm opening the cabinet and I'm closing it.
For the fans who know what that sound like.
Like this sounds like this.
Yes, she was doing this with the hands. There was open and close with the fingers. It was happening.
I see you little DJ with your little DJ stuff. And
yo,
when
a woman say your little whatever, like that's she might as well just slap you. Like, come on.
I see you little DJ. You're a little DJ now.
But
okay.
Everybody wants to there's so much of that happening that the art of actually, learning the history of DJing and scratching and the history of how it started in hip hop and all of that and just the influence of music that DJing and that DJs have had on music and how DJs low key kind of create a lot of the music and hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? All that shit gets looked over just because there's no real passion for it. Motherfuckers just think it's cool.
Well, the DJ used to break the record, right? Like
hell
that,
yeah.
So,
and I still motherfucking do.
You would still, but so like when you say DJ though, so when I think of a DJ breaking a record, I'm thinking more of a radio personality type DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think of it more or less with the party atmosphere DJ.
I think that kind of came later. I think radio DJs, like the radio culture was way more prevalent in the beginning of hip hop, and then now it's like festivals and shit like that. It just everything shifts, just like technology changes. I think just the same thing happened. There's a shift in hip hop and in music in general where people are just. It's like not too far gone, but I think that now the newer people who are wanting to do this craft just don't care.
Is there
and
go ahead.
And I was gonna say that's cool and all, but I think learning about the history of it and what you're doing and where it comes from is important too. Just like with anything, learning the history behind anything is important.
Totally agree. Is there like a an old school, new school disconnect? Because like with comedy, for example.
Yeah.
with comedy, like a lot of the old head stand up, like strictly stand up, they're mad at Instagram comedians because they're like, that's not pure. You're not a comedian, you're whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like with DJs, do y'all look at radio personalities who put DJ in front of the name? Like, well, you're not a fucking DJ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Yo, I love when we have an all black cast because the cops always come and we always all look.
Yeah,
Femi's here.
We always be like
a collective, like, yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah, I know. I heard
that. They got somebody just now. But just repeat it again.
Well, just a disconnect between old school and new school. Right?
Yeah, I think that there is for sure. I don't think that's ever going to change. I think that's just going to be some shit that, like,
always
any type of old generation, new generation type shit. Like, whenever we get old, we're going to be, you know, just like the old people that we...
I'm there.
Yeah, we're there. We're there for sure. But it's the same shit. Like, there's so many, like... who I would consider like, you know, old head DJs here in Pittsburgh that I absolutely look up to. Shout out to fucking Selecta. He's one of my fucking favorites, man. DJ Big Phil. Oh my gosh. There's so many like DJs who've been doing this shit here in Pittsburgh and just like, you know, like setting it up for people like me to be successful. But however, I think there's always going to be that disconnect because I know that when I'm out, and I think what makes me a good DJ is because I just DJ what I like to listen to when I'm partying and shit. But I think that when I'm out, I don't want to be hearing scratching in the middle of everything, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool when I want to focus on it and watch you DJ. That's dope as fuck. But if I'm out and I'm trying to party and I'm singing the lyrics and I'm trying to have a dance with my nigga behind me or something, like,
it ain't about
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not. That's not fun to me personally. So I think there's always gonna be that disconnect with the older DJs and the newer DJs. And, you know, the older DJs, you know, always they're on vinyl still, and that's cool. Like, and that's something I will always fucking respect, and anybody should fucking respect that.
I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
I don't know how vinyl works.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how that shit works. Like,
and I'm
how
still
are you
learning.
Figuring this
So
out.
for them, everything. Just imagine, I have. Right now, my old computer just fucking went to shit, right? And I just had to transfer all my audio files. And I basically transferred what the files that didn't go to shit, it was over 13,000 just MP3 files. And that was not even half of what I had. So if I had over 13,000 audio files, and that's like songs, that's over 13,000 songs, right? In my category, they were doing vinyl and they had just records. And they had to lug that shit around. So there's a respect. Yeah, you know.
Still, I be seeing
there's a
like
respect level too.
When the older DJs be, I'm like, dang.
Yeah, and they still be doing that. And I respect. There's
that's
have
hard.
to find the shit in the crate is just
and they know where it is.
Oh yeah,
you gotta have some sort of. I would put that on a resume.
Oh yeah.
Like,
organization skills or a beam.
My shit's on 10, bro. I'll find what you want. They like to lick their fingers and pull it in, and then flip the vinyl when they pull it out.
Exactly. And that's some shit that, you know what I'm saying, as a DJ that I feel like I wouldn't be as interested in, just because I feel like I'm so far, I'm so into being a new DJ and I use controller and the mixer's already built in, and you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Not saying that it's any easier, but there's just things I think that this is my niche. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was going to be my next question. Is how does technology affect your craft?
Yeah,
recently that technology, like with newer technology, I feel like if I was, you know, using, you know, like some records and all that, I feel like older equipment used to be way more reliable. So technology now is like you're just kind of playing it by ear when you get there type shit. If the shit work, it work. And if it don't, fuck, you're screwed. You know what I mean? And that shit sucks. And that shit just happened to me. Like, my computer went to shit at a gig and I had to, you know what I mean? And that shit sucks, you know? And I missed like 20 minutes of my set and I had to finesse and use somebody else's computer, and you're running around trying to connect your hard drive, and it's like, fuck, and you're going crazy. And that's just some new technology shit. You know, technology it's a blessing and a curse, because that dumb shit happens. However, I don't have to fucking lug around 10 million crates with me because I have all my crates digitally in Serato on my external hard drive, So it's like, it's just a blessing and a curse.
What are what are the, I don't know, I guess, what are the advancements, going on in the industry to kind of, I don't know, battle that type of shit? Because I imagine if it happens to you, it happens to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
I think Serato, my bad.
No, folks are trying to figure out how to make it the most seamless. You know what I mean? So what are some of the tools out there for DJs that are you eyeing something like a program or some shit? You know what I mean? How is it?
Program wise, I'm on Serato. Serato is my shit. That's my jam. And it's my jam. And Tractor is also fucking dope ass software to use. But I think just within those two, I know within my own experience, they're always, trying to come out with new versions that are more compatible with the next computer. And I think that's just, they're always trying to do that. But it sucks because you're always like a guinea pig to them, If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. You're literally the test subject. And but I think that they do a pretty good job at keeping up and trying to keep DJs in the loop. I'm a part of Serato has what are they called whenever you are on you can chat with different people.
Chat? No, I don't know.
No, it's not a chat, but it's different people comment if you ask a question.
A board.
Yeah, a discussion board, message
board.
board. Yeah, Serato has a bunch of those, and those are helpful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you can learn a lot.
Yeah, connecting with each other, talking about
discussion boards.
Yeah, facts. So that's always. Yeah,
definitely replace a few car parts from discussion boards.
Exactly.
YouTube.
YouTube.
I respect people who will go in there, talk to motherfuckers, and
actually help people out.
I'm not doing that.
Right, me neither.
I'm not fucking with my car. I'm not tinkering with a damn thing.
Yeah, I learned that.
There's a safe zone that I'm that I'm able to work in, and then once it goes outside,
what's within the safe zone?
Mostly electronic shit. Inside, if my car is gonna stop driving, that's not the safe zone. But if I'm gonna hear maybe a squeak, and I'm like, all right, well, that's a safe zone. Yeah, it might, it's gonna work. It might work a little different.
I don't know what that squeak's gonna lead to.
I might mess with something. It might get more, and then
everything
just put some WD-40 on this. Everything definitely new.
Everything just squeaking.
Hey, yo, I can't lie. I asked my dad. I had my brakes were squeaky as fuck, and I asked my dad. I was like, I just don't want to ride around with squeaky brakes. It's embarrassing. And can I put some WD-40 on it? Would that make it better? And he's like, no, because that's how your car stops.
Hey, can we work against the brakes? Is there a way we can combat all this friction going on?
I don't know. This shit about cars, bro.
Listen, you don't. But here's what sucks about it is they don't feel like you have to know anything about cars, right?
Yeah.
People feel like I should know, and I have no desire to learn.
Same.
Or no, fuck that.
I'm interested in. I think I'm interested.
Like a broken phone screen.
What's that?
A word?
I do too.
YouTube. See, look, that's my safe zone. I ain't messing with my car.
Shout out to YouTube.
I do the YouTube. I do the YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had my phone. Man, I fixed my phone a few times before.
That's what's up.
See, now that's not my safe zone. I can't.
That's not my safe zone at all. I will.
I'll take my shit to you broke. I fix in a heartbit.
I'm good with technology, but no.
I'll go down there.
It said, it messed me up the one time. It said you need a blow dryer. I'm like, a blow dryer? All right, you need a blow dryer to take this other stuff off to put the other thing on. That's my safe zone.
You just go to a public restroom and just put it under the shit if you don't got a blow dryer.
No, because by the time
you already got
she's fixing her own phone at home.
But you already got my phone. How much? All right, so I'm about to take all the bolts and little screws that I then took out my phone.
I don't know.
Open up the oven.
You gonna walk into the restroom,
and you put a fan on one side of the door and the phone on the other side of the door.
All right, so then. All right.
Ingenuity, respect,
or
hop in that car you didn't touch. You drive down to you broke, I fix.
Or you broke, I fix.
You hand them your phone.
But they
come back,
charging like
and that's
$100.
just-
That's what I'm saying. So you got a side hustle? Are you side hustling this? Because I hope if you have the skill to fix phones.
I could start.
Hey, I'm just finding this shit out. And you can practice on mine.
Random.
I'm cool. I practiced on my own phone.
Oh, well, then you're going to be a pro on mine.
You see what I'm saying? Already
You
got
gotta
you a
buy the
customer
kit.
right
She
there.
had already peaked that. She just don't want to do it. She already knew. She knew she could have handled that.
That's what I'm saying.
She just don't want to do it.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this shit.
It's the first time.
Mike, that's how you introduce yourself. Like,
I fix phones.
Oh, wait, here go my
I fix
resume.
phones.
I'm a manager. I fix phones. I watch YouTube. Professional
anything.
YouTube.
Especially with iPhone, there is always somebody in the room with a cracked iPhone screen.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's
man.
me.
Like, that's just,
Always me.
If
That
there's-
used to be me, man.
that's
I got that good old screen protector. That thing worked wonders.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zappos. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
I get my shit from Five Below.
I need that. Never mind. Shout out to
I was about to
Zappos
say,
too.
Zappos
though.
sells phone screens. Okay.
That ain't don't they sell shit.
I got a question for y'all.
Yes, man.
oh shit.
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you. So the question is, who is your favorite upcoming artist that's coming out of Pittsburgh? Like, who are you guys listening to?
Do y'all listen to local artists?
Who's my favorite?
Comment. Don't listen to local artists.
I mean, I see that. I feel kind of jaded on that because I have a personal connection with Mars. So like, he's always going. And it's funny because this is a throwback of sorts.
That's the
but
homie too, yo. Shout out my nigga Mars. Daxon.
Shout out Mars.
I
He's-
can
I really
make
wish
your
my boy.
heart
I was talking
dance.
to my
And it
man
ain't gonna
Keith
skip a
last night. I really wish my boy Chris Mitchell would do another tape
Yeah.
because that tape was fire, and then he just stopped rapping. So Chris, if you're listening, start rapping
Hey,
again.
come
but
on,
right now
Chris.
with Mars.
Send me some shit.
And I like Mars because for me, when I met Mars, he wasn't rapping. And so I've been able to see that entire progression. Like
Yeah,
he
that's
wasn't
dope.
even like this vintage clothes guy either at that point. So
Yeah.
it's like a whole new
You got to
bag
see
he's in.
the making of who he
Yeah.
is, kind of.
Mars, no, I remember that green Lumina, Mars. I remember that green Chevy Lumina. I was jealous. I ain't have a car.
Hey, what about you?
Man, that's loaded. I mean, I think like
With him, you got to ask what genre.
yeah, I'm like bars. Like Hubs is still one of my.
I
faves,
love Hubs,
man.
yeah.
like he's just.
Man.
I love that
Oh,
dude.
no, I can't.
Just,
Never mind. I ain't gonna
just,
say
yeah,
I
the
fuck with
modern
that nigga
vintage,
Hubs.
that whole series, and like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, I've, yeah. But then, like, but yeah, no, I mean that.
But
like,
what about,
last
like,
summer? Mars
newer?
had me. Yeah, Mars. Had me.
I'll tell you, and on the cast, we talked about him when he had him on the cast, but a local artist song that impacted me most was Benji's Rain.
Oh, lit.
When I saw him do that at Heartwood Acres, I had not seen him perform before. I don't know, man. I immediately went and downloaded that shit. I just like that song.
Hey,
I like that vibe
Shout out
of that
to my
song.
nigga Avatar Benji. That's also one
I
of
like
my
the
best
vibe of that
friends.
song.
Shout out,
I love you so much.
I can't wait to see you guys on Tuesday. Hey, yo.
Oh yeah, him
you.
and Slim, they out. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all-
everybody's coming back on Tuesday.
Yep.
Lit.
Lit. But
So
yeah.
same. I posed the same question to you, and you can't say Benji.
All right. Can't say Benji.
Outside of your friends,
Outside of my friends.
what is
Man,
it? The
I have
school
two
of
people
friends or-
off bat.
She want that north side shit.
Hey, she want that north side shit. Okay. That's my song. I love Fed, yo.
Big facts. Big facts. Facts.
Yo,
Fed?
Fed the
Fed.
God, yeah. Fed, he's to me,
She want a dog.
yeah.
She like it
when
when
a
I
nigga
raw.
Hey.
I can't say that. I got a job, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You can't keep my job.
I don't.
I do
no.
whatever y'all. I kind of like. I like the vibe. Whatever y'all singing, I'm
It's
liking
so,
hearing
like,
y'all.
he's- I love Fed because he's so Pittsburgh, and I think he has so much potential to be like so relatable to everybody. Like
Facts.
he just has the it factor. And you know, his fan base is just everybody. You know, he got white people, black people, hood
He
people, trap
markets
people,
himself
you know,
really
college
well, too.
people. You know what I mean? He has a commercial it factor, and his music is dope. On top of that, and I think that he got a good heart and he got a good
Facts.
personality for real, man.
Big
I fuck with that
facts.
nigga Fed for real. He
Yep.
know that.
Big shout out to Fed.
And then also I have one more. You know, I gotta say, I just bought any outfit. I don't wanna know if he a dumb or counterfeit. Hey, shout out to
I've heard
Deej. Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to show you love for real.
I heard somebody was driving and playing that shit loud as
Probably
fuck.
me.
Maybe. I don't know who it was.
I always
was
be
just
playing her
sit-
shit
and
on
I'm
my
sitting
story.
in my car like, what is that song? Like,
Yeah,
what is that
yo.
song?
Her name is Deej, and she's from Pittsburgh, and she's so
hard.
dope. And she already is fucking popping.
Deej.
Deej.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
she's
didn't know she was
fucking
from
lit.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and her music is it's I feel like it's on the radio already. Every song I've ever heard from Deej was a fucking single, was a hit.
Yeah.
Like Deej got bars out the ass, and her fucking. I just love how she writes. I love how she's got a dope, unique voice, and she stands up for people who are different. I think she stands up for like underdog type people. Not even that Deej is anything far. She's far from an underdog to me. But I think she just has a dope fan base.
Swear.
You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Deej and Fed. Them was my man. I fuck with them. I think that they're coming up next for real.
Yeah.
Outside of like the people who I think in my friend groups are coming up next, I would have to say definitely.
Outside of our friend group, I like Day Cools.
Oh yeah, facts.
I like
Shout
Day
out
Cools.
to
Day
him.
Cools.
Yeah.
He's like.
I was just listening to him today. I was in my feelings.
Him
Put
and all
my
his
mans
people
on.
and
Boom.
Hardo. Shout out
Yeah.
to Lonnie. Shout out to Stevie B.
Yeah. Yeah, big facts. Stevie, you
Shout
on
out
the
my
beat.
nigga Hardo.
Yeah. Day Cools. He's hard. He's not from Pittsburgh though. He's from Virginia, but he lives here and he be repping Pittsburgh. Like Pittsburgh has accepted him.
Hell yeah. His sound and everything.
Yeah, definitely. He's tough.
So how do you? So you're a DJ, you know what I mean, your manager. You have to network with the local artists and whatnot. But the Pittsburgh doesn't, in my opinion, they don't necessarily elevate their own artists, right? So then,
I agree.
how important is it for you to sneak a Deej or
Super important.
a Biggie or I'm saying
Dumb
Mars into
important.
your set? Like how
Yeah.
often do you kind of just throw
Every
that in
single
there?
time I DJ.
Swear.
Like,
People don't
and-
even know they be listening to them.
Yeah, and for me, it be on accident. Like there's some times where I intentionally play a song that's local that I want people to be like, oh, and I'll get on the mic and say, yo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, and actually let people know this is some local shit. But most of the time I slip shit in and it's like not even, it just fits. And I play it just because I fuck with the music. So I'm just spinning it like it's a regular song in my rotation, you know?
It is a regular song. We
Yeah.
gotta view it as a regular
Exactly,
song.
and
Like
that's
talent
how-
can come out of here because
Hell
Pittsburgh
yeah.
has affected, hip hop. Like
I think so,
It
yeah.
has an influence and effect.
Shout,
on hip-hop, but
especially now
just
more
don't
than
get
ever
his
with
due.
Mac. I think with Mac passing RIP, shout out to my nigga Mac.
Man, yeah, that shit.
Yeah, but I think that the people who chose to, tweet about it and kind of show their support for Mac, like really was an eye opener for people back home here because we're like, oh shit,
Y'all
Mac,
knew about
yeah,
that?
like y'all knew,
Yeah.
y'all was listening. Oh,
Yeah,
he was in the studio with who?
Yeah.
He was. It's like okay.
And it's crazy, like when you like I didn't give that swimming the same
Yeah,
listen until afterwards or whatever. And then I was like, oh, this is
Hit
layered.
different. Yeah.
That's-
like
yeah.
it's hella layered. Like
Yeah.
It's almost scary to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no,
No.
there's a few, yeah, even that Good Morning or whatever, like that.
It ain't 2009 no more.
Oh my god.
That I was listening to that before, and then I listened to it after. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, it really ain't 2009 no
Yeah,
more.
no.
Like,
Yeah.
and I had that same feeling because I'm like, yeah, it ain't 2009. Like that's just sad. But
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like,
Right?
Yeah,
But
they-
yeah.
2009 no more.
What is what is the Pittsburgh sound like? You know what I mean, like, or is there a Pittsburgh sound? And like, if not, then how do we create that? I mean, like, because you got the East Coast, West Coast, New York. Like, what is Pittsburgh? Because I mean, it's this weird ass city that's mixed the Midwest, East Coast, some motherfuckers from down south. Like, I don't know, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Whoever's
Little
car broke,
Atlanta.
A melting
whoever's
pot.
car broke down is here.
Exactly,
Like,
melting pot. I think Pittsburgh definitely has a sound, especially with rap and like trap music. Like, when I think of Pittsburgh rap, I think of like Hardo. I think of Trilzy, R.I.P. my nigga Trilzy. I think of Icy 2 times, Icy on the beats. I think of Stevie B making beats. And that's just a sound. I think of my nigga Teflon, R.I.P. Tef. And that's like a Pittsburgh sound, like some hood trap Pittsburgh shit and they sound like they're from Pittsburgh.
I think we have a few sounds though. Like,
Yeah, but
Pittsburgh
when I
has-
think of that like trap sound, I think that we're most known for that. And then there's like our
like
vibe
what
shit,
we,
like the shit
resonate with the most.
I feel like Pittsburgh got a lot of stoners where it's like, we got the whiz sound, and I feel like Pittsburgh sound is a lot of it has to do with star power. My nigga live from the city. He just walked in the building.
He on next.
Hey. That's
Next
my brother,
week
man.
on Drinking Partners.
Yeah, right. That's my nigga. But yeah, man. I think that
Pittsburgh has a sound.
Pittsburgh definitely has a sound.
Either selling it or you smoking it.
Yeah,
that's why I took that.
Pretty much. You either get high to it or you twerk to it. You do the Pittsburgh bop to it, or you sit back and get high and you fellowship with your niggas.
That make you want to do the bop for real. To
that
me,
would that bop that was iconic. I'm gonna be honest, man. That bop has definitely affected my life.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I was wondering if she was gonna jump in with that. I should have done. I was waiting to say, I'm like, she gonna jump in and play good.
Hell yeah! Go ahead.
Double dutching on this, bro.
Yeah, they flexed on us.
Alley oop.
They flexed on us with the energy.
That song takes me. That song is like the epitome of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, that
gritty basement doing the Pittsburgh bop.
That's why Pittsburgh love Gucci Man so much.
Oh
that's
my
why I
God.
call Pittsburgh Little Atlanta.
Like what you say? You said who? Gucci.
Gucci Man.
That's why Pittsburgh like Gucci Man so much.
Gucci Man,
Gucci with a O.
Gucci Man.
Yeah,
Gucci Man, bro.
I like the Midwest sound, like, because it is we like, even being from Cleveland, we're very influenced by South, and I was listening to East Coast shit a lot more in high school than a lot of my friends, but like, because we didn't have, we had, I guess, Bone Thugs. I don't know if they were representative of the city as far as sound. Yeah, because there was no follow up to Bone.
Shout out to
so
Bone.
They had their thing.
By the way, I just opened up for them when they were here in Pittsburgh. Shout out to Bone.
You was on? Okay, so
I was.
Shot was on
at
that.
Mr. Smalls.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How were they? It was good.
Oh my God. I told them that they literally perform like they're my age. And they do, yo. Their energy level is crazy. It was dope to see them live. And you know what was dope also? So my family's from Cleveland. And my mama from Cleveland. And that is her, Bone Thugs, growing up. So I got to take my mom to the Bone Thugs show, and she was backstage with me. She was on stage like with them, pretty much like on this, on side stage. She got pictures with them. She got to hear what they thought about me. They were telling me like, yo, and Crazy. He heard about me before.
Okay.
Yeah,
they round the way like they.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, man.
They be in the
He
town,
was like, yeah, and exchange numbers, like with a few of them, like just on some. We were supposed to like go. I was supposed to show them like what we got to the offer here in Pittsburgh, party scene after, but I had to keep them on some chill shit, and I didn't even think I went out that night.
Man, you should have took them to
honestly.
Arts. Bone fit in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Arts is the old head.
Arts is a vibe for them.
You hear about that?
They would fuck with Arts.
They would fuck with Arts very heavily.
Swear they would.
Very heavily.
You hear about that dude from Japan that like sold all his shit to come out here and meet Bone Thugs? And they
Are you
robbed
serious?
him? Yeah, they just
What?
like robbed him.
Yeah, that's
Who's they?
Thugs didn't rob him.
Cleveland.
He got,
I was about to say.
Cleveland robbed him. Yeah,
Wow.
Cleveland.
Oh, wait, he
No.
A collective.
No.
He
Cleveland
flew to
didn't rob.
Cleveland,
He flew to
not in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but he
No, he
didn't.
went to
He didn't
Cleveland.
speak English. And the niggas walking around with some shit. And yeah, we're gonna take that.
He
Like,
had some.
That's gonna happen.
Just some gold, like some chains
I
or
don't know
some
what he
swag.
had.
Or,
They took his luggage.
All his stuff.
oh, that
I don't know what they did, but look,
fuck
if
is
you
wrong
walk around
with people.
if you walk around any hood that you're not from, and they're not gonna like
He's not
test
even
you.
from
They're
the
just
States.
gonna
He don't know how we operate.
exactly. That's
That
how
sucks.
they operate. You're not from the
Exactly.
States.
Well,
you don't
it
know
is
anyone. We're
it is
going
a
to
combination.
Take your shit.
It's a combination
We're
of
going
both.
to take your
Exactly.
shit. Who you gonna tell?
Guess what? You just gonna have an
You don't
introduction.
speak English. You walking up to us asking questions like you don't walk
It's
up to
a-
niggas in new hoods and ask for directions. That's not how you do
People
things.
be taking
It's a
advantage
combination of
like,
it's a combination of terrible decisions and terrible people. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
terrible decisions meet terrible people,
Disenfranchised
you know
people.
what I mean? Like
You just came on our.
He wasn't disenfranchised.
No, the people who took from him were
he
disenfranchised.
his
You
rent
came
and
to our turf. You're a foreigner here. You foreign. Like,
That's
why are
like-
you here?
I guess the same thing
messed up.
happens when Americans go, over to another
That's
country.
what America was built off of. You mean America is people coming here and taking shit that ain't theirs?
Facts.
what America is.
Columbus who?
So we just do the reverse of that in Cleveland hoods. You came to our shit and we took your shit. And
Man,
but
Cleveland
he's
is a
famous
whole
now.
nother
He viral
ball
now.
game.
I never even heard about him until today. So.
He viral
Shit,
now.
this is the first time I
Like,
heard
he was
about
on-
it.
It was a
Where?
Facebook. It was one of them Facebook articles. I don't even know if the shit is true.
Facebook.
I was gonna say with the
even know if this
Facebook,
shit's
you
true.
got to be
I ain't
careful.
Snopes that shit, so there's that. I mean, I don't know.
But I did see
if
it,
you
but
sell
it-
all your shit and fly to another country to meet an artist, you're not all there.
Yeah, I
to be
mean,
honest
that's
with
like-
you, that's
So
a little
again,
far
they not
fetched.
even
There's
charting
like
like
that.
that.
And
That's
again,
crazy.
that's
And
a-
you chose the
those are-
Pittsburgh show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got you. Uh-huh.
No, he was in
no,
Cleveland.
he was in Cleveland.
He's in
Yeah, he went in Cleveland. He went to Cleveland or whatever. But again, you chose to sell all your
Oh,
If
so
shit.
you
he was
go
trying to
to-
see them in Cleveland.
If you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to
yeah.
any new
Well, that's
neighborhood and
Cleveland
ask
robbed
to
them.
speak to a famous person from that neighborhood,
Yeah,
they're
like
going
I
to
mean, like I'm
probably-
like to show up.
when I
I'm
went
gonna
to
show up to
Cleveland-
Brooklyn. Like, yo, where's? I heard Jay-Z was around.
Yeah, I
here.
go to
So,
Yeah,
I could go to
like-
Marcy
Jay-Z-
Projects now and
Jay-Z?
ask that because it's not there.
They was like, oh yeah, man, he back here in this dark in the house. I'm saying,
Jay-Z?
yeah,
Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
yeah, man. Let me just follow. Let me just lead the way. Oh,
I don't even think they roughed him up. They probably was like, yeah, let me, yo, you
Like
want to go
all
ahead?
the black people.
they was
just
probably
know
like,
each other
oh,
and
you
shit.
know
They
what? You could just leave your bag right there, bro.
Yeah,
I got
Don't
you.
worry about
Basically.
it, bro. Yeah, it's right
Basically.
around the corner.
Bro, yo,
Basically.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I would hope they didn't rough him up. That's the
And
thing.
if he what was from Japan too, they be fly in Japan.
Ain't gonna
Yo,
lie,
they
I
be
wanna-
Man,
crazy
do
fly
that.
in Japan.
Dog, that's what I got. Y3. Shout out to my boy Yoji
you go to
Yohumato.
Moda?
Hey.
Y3.
No, I was talking about Moda, the store in Shady Side. They be
Yeah, I know about Moda.
Yeah,
No, I
they be
got
having
these.
all the
I
Y3
used to
shit.
work at Nordstrom, so I got these when I worked at Nordstrom.
Nordstrom. Hey,
I'm
fun
not shouting
fact.
them out.
Fun fact. I'm not about to shout them out either.
I'm talking about the fact
I
that
like
you
the
can afford
company.
Y. I ain't
I was
never
about to say,
had
I
a
like the
Y3s.
company. I like to shop there.
I didn't have
Shout out to my
Y1s,
peoples that I
2s.
shop with at Nordstrom.
Fun fact. That's how me and Chrisera met. Me and Chrisera worked at Nordstrom together.
Yeah, that's how we officially met. But like, so I got an alter ego. It's called Lit Sarah, and
Lit
so,
Sarah.
So like 2 years ago, almost
many levels
Almost,
to
yeah, it's the layers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it's all black and high.
Yeah. So like, I think it was like maybe 2 years ago, or yeah, I think 2 years ago. This dude named Banks used to throw parties, and he threw this Halloween party, and
Shout out my nigga Banks.
yeah, in October. So, well, of course, it's Halloween. So, like 2 years ago, I went there and like I was lit. And then that's when Lit Sarah was born, and Femi was DJing that. And I was like, because I was like,
It was that
Katina.
Cantina
Yeah.
right underneath Umami.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Umami.
Shout out Umami. I DJ there every Thursday with me and my nigga Swaff Pov.
Right. So
8 to midnight.
Yeah, and Lit Sarah was born under Femi DJing. And I was like, who's this? Like, oh, this is Femi. I'm like, oh, she's hard. And then when we worked together, it was like, oh, shit, you're Femi? Oh, what's up? I'm Chris Sarah.
Then we like met like on lunch break or something. We used to just sit and eat lunch together. And
Is that weird? Like having like your day job and then people bump into you
Oh,
and,
my
and they
God.
be like, you know what I mean, seeing you in different
yes,
light. You know what I mean?
I tell my mom this all the time. Like when I see people out like during the day and I'm just like in sweatpants, or like if I'm at the, grocery shopping or doing regular ass shit, it is really fucking weird for me. Just because I feel like I'm already like socially have some things going on.
Okay. I don't even know how to take that.
and mentally have some things going on. So
We
it's
all
super weird for me to see people when I'm not mentally Femi. You know what I mean? Like I have a real name.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
A lot of people don't
Yeah.
even know my real name. They think Femi's
at
my
all.
real name. But it's
You
like
are Femi in
and
my phone.
I am
Yeah,
Femi,
I am
yeah.
Dave
And that's,
motherfucking
Femi
Brace,
is me. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not like, and it's not an act, but you know what I'm saying? When I'm just out doing like normal stuff or like family stuff or anything that I'm
I
not
ain't on
thinking
the
about
clock.
DJing,
Yeah, I
yeah,
ain't
you
on
know,
the
it's
clock.
weird.
Yeah.
I see people, they're like, oh my God, DJ Femi. And I'm just like, cover my face. Like, it's
I
crazy.
really hate going out places and I expect not to see anybody. I'm like, oh,
And
Chris
you do.
Sarah. I'm like,
And then you see everybody.
oh my God.
Like, yeah, I don't like it.
Sometimes people don't leave the house because of that.
And then, also I see people usually, I'm like, I've been around like in the social environment for a while, when I see people like I've been at a party for a while or I've been drinking for a while, or you know what I mean, you're like mentally ready to be socialized. So when I'm not ready to socialize and I see people, it's like, what the fuck?
Take a shot.
Yeah.
You like a shot of Hennessy in your pocket.
So,
when you see somebody, they say,
so
DJ
bad.
Femi, take a shot. Let's go. We on it. Or
Ew.
put a beat on.
Yeah, Crisera, like Henny, like
Would you say put a beat on?
yeah, Henny, like,
DJ Femi drop that beat.
Wait. This is important because I feel like she's going
Okay,
to
yeah.
disparage
I don't think
Hennessy.
I don't really think it's like as important as you make it seem.
Well, yeah, it is important to me. You can't.
I'm sorry.
I don't know
I'm
if
sorry.
you could tell.
I didn't
I
mean
don't
to
know if you
discredit
could
it.
He said it's
define
important to him.
how
It is important to
Hennessy
me.
is to me.
I'm sorry, no, but it's like any. There's so much.
She could take a shot
That's
of whatever
very
she wants. She
subjective.
could take
Things.
Fireball
very
if she
subjective
wants.
thing.
I'm sorry.
I usually drink Crown Apple.
Yeah, she can take a shot
and
of
Red
Crown.
Bull.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't have to be Henny. What's your drink of choice?
I'm sorry.
What's your drink? What's your drink of choice?
Yeah.
I'm water.
It's a
I'm
point of
cool.
contention.
Your drink of choice is water.
Yeah, we just keep a little shot of
So-
water.
If that's what will work for you, then do that. I don't think
take a
that.
shot,
I don't
man.
think it's a real answer.
No, I don't know. Like any nasty, ain't it?
Guys, I'm starting to get lit, speaking of.
Yeah, well, that's
These little itty bitty cups.
oh, they add up.
Well, if you drink a whole can of itty bitty cups, then you
Well, that's what I just
Itty bitty
did. I just
cup.
drank two,
Had it?
basically.
Yeah, no, they add up. You know, yeah. I mean, it used to go way crazier, and we were like, we
gonna keep
should
drinking
maybe
it, though.
we
do
probably have
something
gone
about
long.
this.
Our second guest is here.
Before we get out,
We
of
don't
here,
have our producer here to like.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Ty here. No, there's no offense to Ty.
Shout
but
out
like
to Ty.
Buzzy.
Shout out to Ty.
Buzzy. We have that. I think we both have more synergy with Buzzy than each other.
Yeah, I met him earlier. He was dope.
Yeah, Buzzy is he on top of shit.
So before we get out of here, very important question: what are your
No,
favorite
no.
forms of potato?
French fries,
French fries. Just what kind of French fries?
French fries.
waffle fries, fresh cut fries.
No.
I like bird on the
There's-
run fries.
There's one. You get one.
I'd say French fries like as a whole.
What's your one French fry?
As a whole.
As a staff
All of
record
them.
label and as a motherfucking
Both
crew.
of them.
Both of them.
Both of them. What's your favorite? Both of them. Like, all of them. Like, all that.
Fries
Word.
that are Frenched, nigga.
All that.
I like.
Don't look at me. This is not my question at all. I hate this question.
Okay. My brother makes some fire ass home fries.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
you
a
do.
home fries.
Are they
I
like
love
the
a home
now? Are they
fries.
the what's the kind of home fries you look at? You talking about the little hash browns? Or you talking about
Nah,
like
man.
home fries?
I'm talking
like
about
the
he be cutting
sliced
up the potatoes, you know what I'm saying?
okay,
He chopping them things, put a little
Yeah.
pepper, a little
Alright,
onion, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds
Little
fire as
seasoning.
fuck right
Yeah,
now.
shout out to my little brother Skylar. He goes to UArts. He plays bass and he's also a producer and is learning to be a DJ from who else? So he's about to be out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he making fire ass home fries.
And he makes some fire ass home
That's
fries.
an endorsement for the ladies out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ladies.
Hey,
Breakfast.
facts. You ever need any beats? I got you. Send you right to my little bro. He
Beats.
makes some crazy ass beats.
Yeah, he got
Skylar
beats
got
and
you.
breakfast.
Skylar got some crazy beats and breakfast.
Out there like that.
That's
Beats
hard.
and breakfast.
Beats and
That's
breakfast.
Tough.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
There you go, Skylar.
delete that. Delete it.
Oh, he out
I got
there,
you,
dog.
Sky.
He out
I
there
got
now.
you. I'm gonna tell you as soon as we get off it's right now. As soon as we get off the air, I have to say this on, you know what I'm saying, because it's proof. As soon as we get off the air, I'm gonna call my brother and tell him about beats and breakfast. And then whenever y'all air this, it'll be like, all right, he already knows. You know what I'm saying? So he could be like working. Yeah,
Yeah. Nah.
that's just hard.
Like I said, if
I ain't against
I
it.
feel like
I'm
that's
pro
a
beats and breakfast for
if
Sky.
I feel like if you
Hell
walk
yeah.
into the club and you're talking to a young lady and you're known for beats and breakfast,
Hey, that could be so
probably
many things.
that's probably going
Yeah,
to
there's
continue
so
the
many
It's one
things.
conversation.
thing.
Pause.
It's one thing.
I was gonna say, and because
It's
this
exactly
is gonna
one thing.
because it's my little brother, I don't want to talk about that one thing.
We don't have to discuss his, whatever. Just
His what?
his performance
I
and
was about
such.
to say.
You just
Oh, wait, hold
hand
on.
out your business card.
Oh, wait. I was about to
Skylar,
say.
hand out your business card.
Oh, wait. As he was like, he's
like,
pro
oh.
beats and breakfast. I was about to say pro people feeling good. Like, you remember?
That's your lane. That's your lane. That's all your lane. You've cornered that market. Skylar got his.
Oh, shout out my little bro.
Skylar gonna have a business card. Just go say beats and breakfast with a phone number in the bottom right corner.
Dr. Feel Good.
Serious
Make it
inquiries
feel
only.
good.
Better
Serious
do it before I do
only.
it. Shit, I'm about to switch my whole card up. Fuck this podcast and shit.
All right, so y'all let the people know where they can find y'all.
All right, yo. So, first of all, shout out to y'all for having me. Thank you. This shit is great. You guys are funny as hell. I loved it. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, shout out to Fresh Fest, Beer Fest. That shit was lit. I had a fucking great time. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
For
Curated
sure.
part of that great
But
time.
my fiance said, turn the music down, Femi.
I
didn't
know.
want to, because she dragged me. I was in between that.
I know
I was
you
in
were.
the middle of that. Like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore. Every time I walked inside, she was like, she turned it back up.
I know.
It was hard for me to give a fuck because
when
in
people
and out,
book
and
me-
like when I was in, I was just like doing my little bop, and then the motherfuckers came over, was like, "It's too loud." I was like, "For who?"
Listen, when I
Like,
got sound and it's good sound,
Yeah.
I'm bound to fucking.
yeah. Shout out to Haircore,
But
man.
yeah.
They laced that
They're
place.
great. I've
Like,
worked
I
with them
told
a
her
few
to turn
times.
it down. She did for one song.
For
and she
one
turned
song.
it back up.
Yep,
I'm like,
sounds
I
like
don't
me.
give a fuck.
It sounds like me. But yo, follow me everywhere. Like I said earlier, at DJ Femi 412. I got Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. I'll be dropping mixes here and there. You know what I'm saying? Some other things gonna be coming up. And then follow me on Instagram to see what I'll be doing next, where I'll be performing next, and where my gigs are, where my residencies are.
Sit you
and
down every Thursday.
I'm at Umami every Thursday. You know, when I'm here in Pittsburgh, every Thursday from 8 to midnight with Suave Pav. They serve sushi until 10 p.m. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dope vibes. It's a thing. It's definitely, they got one of the best bartenders, I think, in Pittsburgh. Shout out Oscar. He makes literally the best drinks. I literally, whenever this happens, I want him to bartend my wedding. Like, yeah, he's lit. I swear, whenever. But yeah, follow me everywhere, DJ Femi 412, and we'll be having a lot of shit coming up next, especially for the year 2020. So niggas will want to stay tuned. And shout out to the whole Femi gang too. Hashtag Femi gang. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody who supports. That's all my friends, all my family, everybody who's ever donated, everybody who's ever came out and danced. All that. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are Femi gang, and you guys are the reason why I am DJ Femi. That's it. Mic drop.
You're like a walking drop. You're like, it's hard to do that. It's hard to do drops and all that shit. You do that shit effortlessly.
Thanks. You guys really did too. In the beginning, when y'all were just going back and forth, I was impressed.
We've done 230 of those. Though.
Yeah.
So like, it took a while.
That was really good.
Well, I
it was
appreciate
really
the
good.
compliment,
Facts.
It ain't always smooth. I'll tell you that.
It's not. It's coming from my face.
Involved in this podcast.
You should just let the Nat say what they want to say. You
All right.
probably got things to say.
Go ahead, Nat.
You guys drop your info.
I don't do this. Like, hi. You can follow me at Crisera X. You don't know how to spell Crisera, you better sound it out.
Damn.
Oh my God. Ain't nobody gonna sound that shit out.
CHRISARAHX, like Malcolm X. Crisera X. Yeah, I don't got no drops or nothing. Pew, 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 pew.
People gonna,
Hold up, look. For
after listening to
booking,
this, people gonna be trying to get you to manage them.
I feel like,
But look,
All right.
I feel like those horns will
She's
come
my
in handy
manager.
in any situation.
It's
Like,
not
oh,
even
shoot.
just that. It's not
Sarah's
even,
my manager for now.
Femi is possessive. It's not even just that. Like, it's just like, I'm not interested in, I haven't found anybody or like had strong interest in managing anybody else.
Okay.
I feel like if I slid a resume at a job interview
What about
across a desk
beats
and it
and
was like,
breakfast?
pew, 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 pew.
Beats and
Like,
breakfast. I
motherfuckers be
definitely
like,
help.
I don't
I
even
can
know
help
if I need to
market
look at
that.
this.
There you
Like,
go.
for sure.
There you go. There
I
go
don't
your
even know
second
what to
client,
look at.
and he already family.
You're hired.
Swear.
He's already family.
Swear.
Something
I would
about
definitely
you.
hire you.
All right,
Big
they let the
facts.
people know where they can find us, even though they're listening to us. Why have we been doing that?
Because you're supposed to.
What if somebody come across you and don't
Every
even
chance
know?
you
Yeah,
fucking
like
get.
somebody, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you're just learning how
That
to
was on
speak English.
SoundCloud or something.
Like,
Hey,
some
who
random,
is this?
like, who the fuck is this?
Oh, that
Like,
Japanese dude came to Pittsburgh. then
Yeah.
then you don't have to look for us.
Come find us. If you stumbled into this podcast somehow, we are the Drinking Partners. And if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. And you can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. November 16th.
16th and
at Arcade Comedy Theater, and November 30th at Comptra Theater.
We want to thank DJ Femi and Chriselle for coming through. Great cast, great time. If you've not seen Femi DJ and you've listened to this cast, the good times are plenty, always, when she's around. So, as always, Drinking Partners is the crew, Epicast is the family, and we is out of here. Those are really nice headphones.
Epicast.